I just want to clear up something here about the destruction of that painting of Lord Balfour in Trinity College. That's Trinity College, Cambridge, by the way, for those who asked. Right, I'm Graniopteryx. First of all, Lord Balfour actually went to Trinity College, which is one of the reasons his painting is on the wall. I was asked there were several comments to the effect of, why wasn't this painting better protected? Why didn't it have glass in front of it, all the rest of it? I have to explain to those of you who haven't been around Trinity College, or indeed any of the colleges in Cambridge. Most of them are very old. And they have paintings there that were made of various college grandees over the years. And they were just painted as, respect to these people and hung on the walls. It would be like you having paintings of the family in your house. It's not a museum. Where were the security guards? They said, there aren't any. That college is the house of the students who are studying there. That is the beauty of those colleges. And that's why what that woman did was so horribly destructive. It wasn't just a painting, although that was bad enough. It was the whole structure of the college, which is a home for the students, and their living rooms have these paintings in them. The dining room, it could have been in a dining room. It could have been hung in a corridor somewhere. It could have been in somebody's office. And that's freely available to all the students who go in and out of the college. You just wander around. Do you know how old that place is? There are in the dining room, there are these very, very long tables. You've seen something similar in Harry Potter. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where it was filmed. But anyway, they have these huge, long oak tables. The bases of the tables, this is what I've been told, they're like 500 years old. What they do is they have a block of oak on the top of the table, and then they have the base of the table, and that oak top is used. It gets cut by students messing around with knives or dropping ink on it or that sort of thing, and every so often they sand it down and polish it up again, and then when it gets too thin they put another piece of oak over. They take the old top off and they put another top on, which means that those tables are, the bits underneath, they're hundreds of years old. And that's because the students are expected to come in there, behave themselves, and they generally do. I might tell you, the food at Trinity College is just lovely. It was the last time I was there, which was actually some years ago. I once walked into the dining room there, just by the by, I was there, and and there was partridge for lunch. And they had a whole load, all these big, serving things, the metal things, and it was just full of partridge. I don't know where they got that from, but possibly somebody's estate, somebody who'd been at Cambridge and remembered them just handed them a load of partridge from a shoot or whatever. Anyway, yeah, and the port, the best in the world. But this is what I have to tell you. The colleges, once you go through those college gateways next to the porters' lodges, the locals call them plodges, next to the porters' lodges, once you get ingress, you are part of the family. This is your home. And there are paintings and artworks and all sorts of stuff just littered about the place, the result of hundreds of years of people just saying, here, have this. Yeah, I picked this Ming vase up while I was in China. Here, why don't you look after it? That sort of thing. You would be astonished if you didn't know about that setup. But that's why there's no security. People who go in there are part of the family. They are part of the the system that's created this wonderful space where people go to a college and you might have a room, you might be a literature student, and the next room there's somebody who's doing maths, and you get to talk to them. That it's meant to be what it really is, a university, not just separated little areas. And that's why some person of evil intent could go in there and just put a mask on and get some pal to film her while she does that horribly destructive act, which is a destruction not only of a painting, but of the trust that the college has in the people who have been given the privilege of getting into that college. It was a horrible, horrible thing what she did. Far deeper, stronger, and more evil and vicious than simply the destruction of a priceless painting. Priceless because it's the only one, whatever the artistic merit. Right, well, that's what I have to elaborate on my previous video about that dreadful crime committed by that coward, who obviously picked a time when there was nobody there or very few people around. And I suspect it was in the dining room, but I'm not entirely sure. And she went in at a time when there was nobody around, set herself up, and then got to work. There might not have been anybody there for minutes before or after. And she had her mask on because, of course, she didn't have the guts to actually reveal who she really was. I have hopes that the college will find out anyway, because, as I said, it's a family. Some gossip might get around. I do hope for that. But yeah, she was a coward. She walked in on, well, do you know what Hamas did to the Israelis on October the 7th? They walked in family spaces to unsuspecting people who weren't on their guard. And that's exactly what that woman did. Yeah, that's exactly what she did, reproducing the same ideas that were enacted in Gaza on October the 7th last year. Yeah, and it will be coming to us as well. This is a mindset. It's got nothing to do with geography. Okay, yeah, till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.